Hey everyone, welcome back to Better English Studio, the place where real conversations help you learn real English. I'm your host, Mia, and today, oh wow, today we're diving into a topic that can literally reshape your entire life. Our episode is called Change Your Mindset, Change Your Life. And I mean it, this topic changed my life too. And of course, joining me is one of your favorite guests, the man, the myth, the guy who drinks more coffee than water, Tom.
Hey, Mia. Hi, everyone. And yes, it's true. I'm basically 80% caffeine at this point.
We're all a little caffeinated here, but more importantly, we're motivated. And today you will be too. So sit back, relax, and let's explore how your mind might be the biggest tool you have or the biggest obstacle. 1. What even is mindset? All right, Tom, let's start simple. People hear the word mindset all the time, but what is it really?
I think of mindset as the lens through which you see the world. It's like wearing glasses. If your glasses are dirty, everything looks blurry and negative. But if your glasses are clean, everything looks clearer, easier, more hopeful.
I love that example because most people don't even realize they're even wearing mental glasses. They just assume the world is exactly as they see it.
Exactly. But our thoughts, past experiences, fears, beliefs, they shape how we interpret everything. And if you're not aware of that, you're stuck.
For listeners learning English, even your mindset about language matters. If you always think, I'm bad at English or I'll never speak fluently, your brain will try to prove you right.
Yes, your brain becomes a lawyer, gathering evidence to support the story you tell yourself.
So tell yourself a better story. 2. Fixed mindset versus growth mindset. Mia, let's talk about the famous two categories, fixed mindset and growth mindset.
Right. A fixed mindset is when you believe your abilities are set in stone. Like, I'm just not good at languages. I can't change. I'm too old to learn this. I've always been this way.
And a growth mindset is the opposite. It says, I can improve, I can learn, I can change, even if it takes time.
A growth mindset doesn't mean you think everything is easy. It means you believe effort matters. You believe practice works. You believe change is possible.
And honestly, that one belief can transform almost every part of your life. Relationships, career, confidence, health, language learning, everything.
Mindset is like the foundation of a house. If the foundation is cracked, the whole house becomes unstable. But if the foundation is solid, you can build a skyscraper on it.
3. The hidden power of self-talk. Tom, let's talk about self-talk because I feel like people don't even notice how they talk to themselves.
Oh yeah, most people speak to themselves in a way they would never speak to a friend.
Exactly. Imagine telling your friend, you're so stupid. You always fail. Why do you even try? You would never say that to someone you care about.
But we say it to ourselves all the time.
And here's the crazy part. Your brain listens. It believes your voice. If you say negative things often enough, your brain gets programmed with those ideas.
This is why people get stuck. Their negative self-talk becomes their identity.
But the good news is you can reprogram it. 4. The story you tell yourself.
We all live inside stories. We tell ourselves stories about who we are. I'm shy, I'm unlucky, I'm not confident, I'm bad at talking to people, I'm always anxious, I'm not talented, I'm not disciplined.
And most of those stories were not even created by you. They were created by your environment, family, school, society, maybe one embarrassing moment years ago.
And these stories stick, even when they're outdated, even when they're wrong.
But you can choose to tell a different story.
Right now, today, this minute.
5. The mindset behind success. Tom, have you noticed how successful people think?
Oh, totally. People think success comes from money, luck, talent, resources, but in reality, it's more about mindset than anything else. Successful people think long term, focus on solutions, learn from failure, surround themselves with positive people, stay curious, stay disciplined, adopt quickly, and believe they can change.
I love that you said learn from failure because most people fear failure so much that they don't even try.
Exactly. But failure is part of learning. Babies fall hundreds of times before they walk, but they never think, I'm not good at walking, I quit.
Imagine a baby saying that.
But adults do that with everything.
Let's talk about fear, because mindset and fear are like best friends, toxic best friends.
Fear loves to protect you, but it also loves to limit you.
Fear says things like, what if I fail? What will people think? What if it goes wrong? What if I'm not good enough?
But what if you succeed? What if this changes everything? What if you finally live the life you want?
People don't ask those questions.
Nope. Fear is loud, hope is quiet, but you can choose who you listen to. 7. Your environment shapes your mindset.
Another big influence on mindset is your environment, the people around you.
Yes. If you hang out with negative people, you start thinking negatively. If you hang out with ambitious people, you start aiming higher.
Energy is contagious. Habits are contagious. Mindset is contagious.
If your circle doesn't inspire you, it might be a cage. Oof, that hit hard.
Sometimes you have to change your environment to change your mindset.
8. How to break old patterns.
Let's go practical. People listening right now are thinking, okay, I get it, but how do I actually change my mindset?
Good question. Here are some steps. Become aware of your thoughts. Notice when you think negatively. Question your thoughts. Are they facts or just fears? Replace negative thoughts with helpful ones. Not fake positivity, helpful thoughts. Surround yourself with uplifting voices. Podcasts, books, people, environment. Take small actions. Action creates confidence. Celebrate small wins. Progress builds momentum.
I also like reminding myself that mindset isn't about being positive all the time.
Exactly. It's about choosing helpful thoughts over harmful ones. 9. How mindset affects English learning.
Let's connect this to English learning because so many listeners struggle with confidence.
Yes, people think learning English is about grammar and vocabulary, but honestly, it's 50% mindset.
Sometimes more.
For example, if you're afraid of making mistakes, you'll never speak. If you feel embarrassed, you'll avoid conversation. If you think you're bad at English, your progress will slow.
But if you change your mindset to something like, I practice to improve, not to be perfect, everything becomes easier.
And you start enjoying the process. 10. Turning challenges into opportunities.
Life throws challenges at all of us, but mindset determines how we respond.
Right. Two people can face the same problem. One sees disaster, the other sees possibility.
The difference? Mindset.
Exactly. Challenges help you grow if you allow them to. 11. Rewriting your internal story.
Let's help people rewrite the story they tell themselves.
Okay, here's a powerful exercise. Many people think, I can't do that. But change it to, I can't do that yet. That one word, yet, opens the door to growth.
Yes, yet is magical. It keeps hope alive.
12. visualization, and identity shift.
Let's talk about identity.
Great topic. Identity shapes behavior. If you see yourself as someone who always quits, you will quit. If you see yourself as someone who's disciplined, you will act disciplined.
Change your identity and your life follows.
For example, instead of saying, I'm trying to learn English, say, I'm an English learner, or I'm becoming fluent.
Words matter. Identity matters. 13. Real life stories. Story 1. The student who always said, I am bad at English.
I once had a student who said this every class. I'm bad at English, so I speak slowly. We changed it to, I'm improving every day, so I'm learning to speak more confidently. 2 months later, she was a different person.
Story 2. The man who feared everything. I knew someone who said no to everything. No to travel. No to new opportunities. No to new people. No to new jobs. Because his mindset told him the world was dangerous. When he changed the way he saw himself, the world opened up.
14. Living with intention. Mindset is also about being intentional. Instead of reacting to life, you respond to it.
Yes. Instead of living automatically, you live consciously.
15. Building a strong growth mindset habits. Here are some habits that help. Daily gratitude, reading inspirational books, listening to good podcasts, taking breaks from negativity, setting goals, staying consistent, practicing self-compassion, learning something new regularly.
And don't forget celebrating yourself. People don't celebrate enough.
16. The power of maybe. Another mindset tool is the word maybe.
Oh, I love this one.
When something bad happens, instead of saying, this is terrible, say, maybe this is good. Maybe I just don't see it yet.
This creates emotional flexibility.
Yeah, let's close by talking about the future.
Yes, because your mindset shapes your future. Your thoughts influence your actions. Your actions influence your habits. Your habits shape your life.
And it all starts inside your mind. Change your mindset and your life will change with it.
This was such a powerful conversation, and I hope everyone listening feels inspired. Not pressured, not overwhelmed, but inspired. Because you don't have to change everything today. You just have to take one small step.
One better thought, one new belief, one positive action.
Your mindset can be your prison or your superpower. And here at Better English Studio, we want to help you unlock that superpower in English and in life.
If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to subscribe, leave a comment, and share this podcast with someone who needs a little mindset boost.
And remember, change your mindset, change your life.
See you next time.